Hello, welcome to another week. So today I'm going to do some drawing on the new children's book. Get that away from the edge, I don't want that falling. But before I do that, I'm going to do some sketchbooking work. Yesterday I was in the Sheffield Maker Shop in the Winter Gardens, which if you are a watcher of this channel, you'll know that's somewhere that I staff and they sell some of my products in return. And I took my sketchbook along and I did a bit of sketching. I've been working on not just drawing from life, but also filling in the gaps with my memory. Because sometimes, you know, if you draw on people, for example, they whiz past and you've got a memory of what they were wearing, what they kind of looked like. And I'm going to try and loosen up and use my memory to fill in those gaps rather than being really uptight that I didn't draw them faithfully. So these are some of the sketches that I did at the Winter Gardens yesterday. And I was just thinking, I'd like to draw some of these. Especially this one. I'd like to draw this one especially in my A4 sketchbook, just a bit neater. There's something about the orange hat on this person that I just love. I also did these yesterday on my Zoom call. Does anyone else do this? Do you grab a sketchbook if you're on a Zoom call? I had a Zoom call with the Good Ship illustration crew and I drew them as they were talking, and I'm really happy with the way they turned out. This one not so much. This is Katie. I didn't draw her because she didn't talk as much as the other two. Sounds awful. But yes, so I've drawn them again, and I'm really pleased when I compare them to how I drew them the first time on our first Zoom call. I'm pleased with the progression and the development. I think they actually do look a lot more like them, but retaining an illustrative style rather than it being a realistic drawing of a person. I don't want it to be like a lifelike drawing, but I want it to bear resemblance, you know? I want you to know that that's Helen Stevens, but I want you to also know that it's not meant to be a faithful, hyper-realistic drawing of Helen Stevens. It's meant to be an illustration of Helen Stevens. And I think I'm getting there. So yeah, that's the first thing I'm going to do today. I'm going to get my sketchbook out. I'm going to draw that person in the orange hat just to scratch that itch. Yeah, so let's do that. So this is the original sketch that I did, and I just wanted to kind of work it a bit more. This is the neat version that I did, and they just ended up a little bit wonky and wibbly. These two are all right, happy with those. This one I didn't even want to carry that one because who is that? I'm not sure, it's not this person. So this is what I've done, not too bad. The reason I did it again in this is my sketchbook. Let me make you bigger. This is my sketchbook of things that I've done in my tiny outside sketchbook that I want to have a look at again and rework, maybe a bit tidier. Or, for example, this dog was in a page, the sketchbook's up there somewhere, so I can't get it easily. It was a page of a cafe drawing where there were lots of dogs, and this little dog was kind of one of many that were all over this tiny sketchbook. So I wanted to just focus on this one, so I just pulled out all the sketches that I did in the tiny sketchbook onto one page. Again, I did the same with the chickens when I went to Healy Farm. I did the same with this dude. This dude's featured on my Instagram before. Again, at the same cafe as the other one. It's obviously a dog cafe. And that one too. I just loved his little tartan jacket. I might make that into a pin badge. Who knows? So yeah, that's why I redid it, just because I wanted to see if I could work it into something else. With this one, I didn't, and I actually prefer this sketch. Anyway, so there you go. You win some, you lose some. And actually, recently I've just received some new materials. So the pencils that I drew in this sketchbook with, they're in this pencil extender now because they're getting a bit small for my hands, but they're polychromos pencils. I'm not sponsored, but I found that they are my favourite so far types of pencils. So I went mad on Jackson Art's website, again not sponsored. They just had the cheapest pencils at the time, and I went mad. Thing is, I was saying to Andy this morning, I'm probably never going to reorder a lot of these colours, but I don't know if I like these colours until I've used them. So there you go. I also got another one. Where is that one? And unfortunately it arrived broken. So I got this one, which is Pompeian red. Just wanted to give it a go, but it came not just with the lead broken, but can you see that crack? So I've been in touch with them today, and hopefully they'll send me a replacement. Can't see why they wouldn't. None of the other pencils seemed damaged in any way, so I don't think it was a packaging issue. I think it's probably just a faulty pencils being accidentally put in by mistake. So hopefully they'll send me those. But I'm going to swatch these now in my sketchbook. Do you want to see? Yeah, why not? I also got some other things for my Embers and Ink small business, which is where you can buy illustrated goods like cards, greeting cards. I've got a children's book on there that I wrote and illustrated. I've got mugs and gifts and stationery, all illustrated and designed by me, and that's all on my website. And it's all sent plastic free as well. That's the key, because I've been looking for another way of packaging my children's books, because previously I've been getting tissue paper, which isn't recyclable, but also isn't plastic. And I've been getting tissue paper and wrapping my books by hand in the tissue paper, and it's really time consuming. I do this to protect the books when they're in the winter gardens or when they're on display at my market stalls, for example. But people get a bit confused because they can't see through it. So I found a thing called glassine. It's paper. It's fully recyclable. It's water repellent, not water resistant. So it'll see off a few splashes, but it's not like plastic coated or anything. And it's semi-transparent, so you can kind of see through it. Let me show you what I've done, and I'll show you what it looks like with a book inside it as well. So it's these things. So it's just like a wallet that you put things in, and you see how it's not fully opaque. So if I put a book in there, and I'm thinking about maybe making some like a paper sticker to go on the front. And take that up here, like that. People can still see that the book's in there, and any freebies that I do, I could put a little sticker saying Our Dave with the price on it, and it's fully recyclable, so I'm dead chuffed with those. I got those from the same place that I get my envelopes, so I also got some new envelopes. They're all out of the bright yellow ones that I like. And my second choice, a bright pink, is all out as well. And then my third choice, I thought I'll get some nice bright blue ones. They were all out too. So I got a little stash of 50 orange envelopes just to see me through, because I do have a few cards there from the last order that I didn't get envelopes for. But now I've got a little stash that I can dig into. So that's good. But yeah, mega chuffed with those. So what I think I'm going to do now for the rest of the day is maybe go and get another cuppa and then sit on my iPad, maybe do like an hour of illustrating on the Molly book, because I've been really lax, especially with starting this, pardon me, this new illustration course. I like looking at the shiny new things and I forget about the old things that are going on. I need to get better at managing my time. I've got a new diary and that's really helping managing my time, but like I need to split my heart in between these things as well, because my heart at the moment is in my sketchbook. This is what I want to be doing all the time. I just want to be going out and sketching things. And everything else is kind of getting in the way a little bit. So I need to remember that I actually love illustrating this children's book, and I do actually want to get it out pretty soon. So I'm going to go and do that, get a cuppa on, and then we'll illustrate this together. See where that takes us. Morning, welcome to another day. So yeah, I've just printed out these stickers and I put a load of my book down, and I'm going to get my glassine bags out, these things, and I'm going to package some up just to get an idea of what they're going to look like. I could put some in the shop next time I'm in, which is next week sometime, and they'll be ready for markets as well. And I just want to get them all packaged and just have a play really. It's the weekend, so I'm not doing anything, you know, mega worky. So yeah, let's do that together. I'm going to put you on my little stand and let's see how they look. I'm not sure it actually needs a sticker. This is it without. I can maybe put the sticker on the back. So I think this looks better with my Embers and Ink business logo on the front, because you can still see Our Dave through there. And these look a little bit, my printer's not the best quality, I'm not going to lie. These look a little bit poor quality print, and I think it spoiled it. when it was on the front, because you can still see the Our Dave through there. You've got the business logo there, Embers and Ink. And then on the back, to keep it closed, it's Our Dave, and I can write a little price on there as well. So I think this is perfect. So let's get going and finish packing the rest of this tiny little pile. Yeah, I think that looks much better. I'm really glad I found these glassine bags. Like I say, they're fully paper. And the texture of them is, I think that's going to be much better than tissue, protecting them from dampness. I'm going to take a photograph of these and make a little blog post for my Emma Woodthorpe author page to let people know that there's a new way of receiving their books. But because I'm filming you on my phone, yeah, you're not going to be able to see this, so just close your eyes and imagine me taking a photograph of this. You got it? All right, I'll meet you at the next bit when I'm writing the blog post. So that's done. It's nice to actually get a blog post written on that website, because with the book being in production, my next children's book, I'm in the process of illustrating the final pictures, and then I'll be formatting the pages. But there's nothing to kind of write about that I can write a blog post about on my author website. The place where people can find out about behind the scenes information about my next children's book is on my Patreon page. Now, I don't want to bang this drum too much, but it's pretty quiet over there. Because this year, starting in January, I changed my my Patreon page to focus specifically on, here, I'll turn you around so you can see it, to focus specifically on my children's book illustration. I can't find my words at the moment, sorry. So now it's children's books and illustration, and that's like the focus of what I do on there now. Sorry, you're a bit wonky, let's straighten you up. So yeah, it's pretty quiet over there at the moment. I've only got one patron, which I'm very grateful for, thank you very much. Basically, the point of this Patreon page is, so if you're interested in behind the scenes content, like finding out what pages I'm working on at the moment, you know, finding out other parts of my illustration process, because I'm doing this illustration course as well, which is helping me to really hone ideas. So I get new ideas for future children's books and things, and I'm like scribbling things down in my sketchbooks. You get sketchbook tours and you get to see what's going on behind the scenes as I'm doing my book. So it's a place where you can go to find out what's going on behind the scenes with my children's books, and also just to kind of throw me a pound or two to help keep me going while I'm doing this book, because, you know, making books is a long process, or the way I do it is, and yet it's a long way between the idea for the book, then you've got to thumbnail it out, you've got to write it, you've got to work on your illustrations, you've got to do the final images, you've got to make sure it all works as a book, you've got to format it, you've got to print it, you've got to fund it. There's a lot going on. The timeline's quite long. So, you know, if you were interested in supporting me and having a look at behind the scenes what's going on, Patreon is the place to do it. So you'll see here, it says select a membership level. There is free content on there as well, so you can just follow me. So there's a button there saying follow. You can just follow me for free, and when any free content comes up, you'll be updated about the free content that's there, so you wouldn't miss it. But there are different memberships. So there's the Bookworms membership, which is £1 a month, and you can. It's not something you've got to sign up for a specific amount of time. You can just pay for that month and then cancel your membership, and I'll get the £1. And you get exclusive access to Patreon-only content, you get updates on the progress of the latest book on the drawing board, you get a printable monthly calendar, so I make you a monthly calendar that you can print out and put on your wall. as well as one that you can put on your computer. And then you do get a discount to embersandink.co.uk as well. So I'll send that out when you join. I've got the Book Lovers tier, which is £2 a month, or you can just join it and cancel it. And it's exactly the same, but you love me twice as much. And then, if you're interested in self-publishing, I basically gathered loads of information on the self-publishing process, like specific things that you need to know. And this is where you can join and have a little shufty about the information I've got up there. So you'll get everything that the Bookworms and the Book Lovers tier gets, plus you'll get self-publishing help and videos. So I've got a couple of videos on there at the moment of things, and every month I'm going to make a new video about things that you need to learn, things you'll need to know about the self-publishing process. And there's a couple of videos up there at the moment, but if there's anything else that you want to know, you'll be able to message me on there and we can have a little chat about it. And that's £5 a month. But like I say, you don't need to stay a member. You can sign up and then you can cancel your membership, so you're just a member for that month. But you do get everything from your tier and the tiers that are of a lower value to yours. So anyway, I'm explaining it for those of you who are interested, but for those who are not interested, obviously don't feel obliged. It's just something that's there, which if I don't mention it, no one's going to know about it. That's why I'm mentioning it. It's not a hard sell. You don't have to do it. Just the fact that you're watching these videos is enough support. But it is there, and you can get to that at patreon.com/Emma Woodthorpe. patreon.com/Emma Woodthorpe. And yeah, like I say, no obligation, but if I never mention these things, no one's ever going to know about them. Because it's Saturday, I think I'm going to leave this video here. So thanks so much for watching this week's video. If you've got any questions or comments, pop them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, because it really does help me reach a wider audience, so lots more people just like you. And if you like the video, give it a like if you wouldn't mind. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!